Okay, where do I even begin with this? Look, I wasn't gonna upload anything until the next video was ready, but I felt the real need to talk about this. Okay, where do I begin? So first of all, uh, basically YouTube is doing something a little different here by hiding the dislike number but keeping the dislike button. Apparently, or at least allegedly, this is done to combat dislike bombing. As a victim of dislike bombing, I appreciate that. I like that they're doing that. However, this isn't the way to fucking do it. Let me explain. Say, for example, you're looking up, I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'll just give my own example of something that happened to me recently. I basically tried to buy something through the Xbox store on my Series X. Uh, and whatever, no matter what I was doing, I was trying to like change the payment method, but it wouldn't let me at all. I tried to do it on mobile, it wasn't working, and I eventually had to do it on PC. But I had to wanted to figure out like what the hell is going on with the Series X purchasing on Microsoft Store when Microsoft says everything's hunky dory with the Xbox services, and even Down Detector isn't detecting anything, according to the big line over the frickin' jagged chart of frickin' I don't even know the right words for that right in this moment. So I look up a video. Well, I basically look up like a way to fix this, and I find a video that claims there's an easy method to go around it. He recorded it with a camcorder instead of a capture card with a mic. The audio was not good, but most importantly, the solution they gave was not a good solution. Apparently, it was just, oh, reset your internet, herp dirt. Like, yeah, we tried that and it didn't work. Or better yet, I even tried resetting the Xbox, I reset the internet, it didn't work. So, like, basically, it was a pointless video that shouldn't have been made, and it deserved the 12, now 13 dislikes that it has, compared to the 9 likes for some reason. I don't understand that. Basically, the guy gave a poor solution and was rightfully given more dislikes than likes because of that. Videos like that will end up confusing people into thinking, oh no, this works because there's no dislikes. Even if there were, I couldn't see them anyway. No, because the problem is that people out there do make videos with full intent of misinformation, and on top of that, just are misguided in their tutorials or whatever, and stuff like that. I hope I worded that right, but it might have come off as if I didn't. Actually, that is another issue. There are quite a few people on YouTube that are giving misinformation after misinformation, lie after lie, BS after B freaking S, that likely would end up be getting a bunch of dislike spams. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I'm basically saying that that's a dislike bombing, but like in this case, if it's misinformation, it is justified because they're basically giving lies. With the removal of the visual number of dislikes for the dislike button, that ends up, I think other people said it best. This is basically a way to eliminate all criticism. Now, again, dislike bombing is bad. I was a victim of it. I agree that it's bad. But in quite a number in quite a number of cases, the dislikes are used as criticism. Even though there's a comment section, but some people turn off the comments entirely. It is used to criticize people who are either not doing proper work for their videos or whatever, like doing a poor job, like say how I did with audio editing for the longest time. And it's just doing this like this is just it's not the best way. What would I do? Well, for starters, if the dislike bombing were happening, say, without even watching any bit of the video or giving them any watch time, I would set it up so that the dislikes would be removed automatically if they were done that quickly. Now, granted, there's a way to get around that. Just watch a portion of the video and then do the disliking. Problem with that, of course, is that they're still doing the disliking, so I don't know, maybe some rules that would like cause like say a first time warning, a second time warning, final warning I should say, and then an overall ban on the account. Maybe that might be a bit extreme, but like I'll be honest, I can't think of better solutions, but I honestly think that the solution that YouTube has given in this circumstance is not a good solution. Like, again, I get what they're doing and why they're doing it for. I like that. The action in question, I don't like that. How do I put it exactly? Apparently, some other people are saying, like, YouTube is shielding criticism from corporations that end up getting dislike bombed for bad ad campaigns and whatnot. And yeah, that's a possibility. That's actually a very strong possibility, considering that YouTube is literally at the bed and mercy, or whatever the word is, of ad revenue, of advertisers, and of course the corporations that make the ads in question. So of course they're going to end up favoring corporations in this regard rather than the small-time creator that is being dislike bombed because reasons. I wish I had more to say of my own volition about this, but all I can say is I appreciate what they're doing, but I can tell it isn't even for people like me, and it is a very poor way of doing it. Not to mention, there are still countless problems that YouTube needs to fix, such as the Content ID system, the freaking subscription feature, the fact that sometimes when they say, oh, your subscribed channels won't be able to show up anymore, so click the bell to be notified, sometimes I don't even get notified of the channels in question. Not to mention the fact, like, sometimes they don't even show up in the subscription feed either. So it's just like they need to just fix the site's major actual problems and not something that admittedly is as small as a dislike feature. Like, I don't know what else to say about this. Because, like, again, I don't mean to repeat myself, but again, I get where they're coming from. But at the same time, I also get that, like, this is not the best solution. It is like trying to put a band-aid on a fractured skull. It is like trying to... It's like applying a patch to a video game to fix an issue. A single issue that was literally just like, oh, this model doesn't display correctly. Meanwhile, the rest of the game is butchered beyond belief. Yet they're focusing on a minuscule graphical issue. You know what I mean? I hope you do. Look, there's nothing I can really personally do about it, obviously. Like, it's already set in stone. By the time this video is uploaded, it's likely going to be freaking implemented, and I'll only have likes to show instead of dislikes. The thing is, I'll put it this way. Despite the fact that I've been mostly doing YouTube content like this for roughly 7 years, I'm still learning. We're all still learning. We're also learning about this sort of criticism stuff. Well, not the criticism, more like the process of making videos. It took me too long to understand proper audio editing, and even then, right now I just have the mic set up for like this. I'm probably going to check to see if the audio needs to be de-essed or anything like that. By that I mean using a de-esser. But regardless, it's still a learning process, and at times the dislike feature does help people understand that they did something wrong with the video, or it's just not what their subscribers want, so they focus on something else. Although at the same time, another thing that showcases that the subscribers don't want this is either the comment section or the view count, or lack thereof. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, while I do support the idea of, you know, not completely hiding the dislike button, I can also, like, wait, where was I going with this? Okay, while I support the idea of preferring to not hide the dislike button, there are other means of giving criticism for the video. The problem is the dislike button is apparently the most prevalent one, even if it's the most abused one. Like, I think I mentioned this earlier, but, like, when it comes to, say, commenting your critiques about the video, or, you know, just whatever other comment, the uploader has the freedom to just either remove the comment entirely and even ban the person from the channel, or they can just turn off all comments entirely and just completely nuke any potential criticism out of fear of being harassed. It is, the more I talk about this in the 10 minutes that I've discussed this, it is a very mixed bag situation and a delicate situation to discuss in general. Do I think that this is the right way to do it regardless? No. There are more than likely far better ways, some of which I can't even think of in the terms like that. But, like, again, there are far better ways to get around this. Like, I just don't understand. Actually, I do understand. It's YouTube. They've always been doing stuff like this. It's one thing to just change the layout of the site. We get used to that. It's another thing to like partially remove a feature that actually is beneficial to the site. And like, it'd be like, remember when YouTube had a 5-star rating system, or rather like a rating system where like you rated from half a star or 1 star to 5 stars? It'd be like eliminating everything below 4 stars and only showing that the ratings are 4.5 or 5 stars. You get what I mean? Like, I still remember putting up a YouTube poop video ages ago that was literally just another video sped up times 2 with the freaking chipmunk noises, the chipmunk sound effect where it's high pitched and fast. And the ratings, from what I remember at one point, were 2.5 stars out of 5. At the time, I thought that was dumb. But looking back on it, it was valid criticism, but like I feel like it deserved even less stars because it was just a video sped up times 2 that you can find elsewhere on the goddamn internet. I wouldn't call this a rant, mind you. Just, my point is, YouTube, if this is actually about preventing dislike bombing, I get it. I appreciate it. But again, they could have done something better that was more universally okay with people. Like, say what you will. Actually, no. I don't think there has been a real major decision by YouTube that has actually helped out, that has helped the site and has also like been a positive feedback sort of thing. I can't think of any case like that because most of the YouTube stuff is not well liked. YouTube Rewind, that was fine in 2012. Then it got bad. There's also the whole, oh yeah, remember YouTube Heroes where like someone could, what was it? Where like someone could report the video as an admin or whatever. I can't remember what YouTube Heroes was. Basically, like, I think it was a comment reporting system or something like that, or a system where like you report the video for, yeah, that was it. I believe it was a system where you report the video for the toxicity of the comments on the video, which was a situation that could end up getting people mass banned for like no valid reason, and instead just basically blame the victim for the harasser's actions. And I believe there was something else like that as well, where like there was something else involved in the comments with that. I legitimately can't remember what. But point is, YouTube just doesn't seem to get what the people want because, well, it's clear to say that they're just like more focused on who pays them. Like, they're focused on the corporations that take up most ad revenue on YouTube, like freaking news channels, politicians, Saturday Night Live. Yes, that does count, as much as I do enjoy that show from time to time. Freaking Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, Fox News, which is sucky. And I know I said news channels earlier, but let's be real, Fox News is not real news. I think they even argued that they weren't real news in a legal suit, even. Anyway, I rambled on about this long enough, but like, point is, while I like this feature, the execution of it was done poorly. Basically, the idea on paper to help control dislike bombing is good. The execution of it sucks. Anyway, make fun of my hair in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.